Hi Gemini, and welcome to your December the 15th to the 31st general tarot reading. So this is Lenormands you got. You know, someone else got exactly the same Lenormands and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Sagittarius, which is very, very interesting because we're obviously in the Gemini and Sagittarius eclipse season. Gemini and Sagittarius are about the pursuit of knowledge and education and the sharing of ideas. Now, you got the bridge card and then you got the book of knowledge. Yeah, so the book of knowledge is obviously, it's about study. It can be about very deep esoteric subjects, or it can just be this, it's about what makes your heart happy. So this is about studying, and there's a bridge here which is about moving forward into a new world. So some of you are obviously getting ready to pursue some sort of new educational endeavour. You're having your nodal access. It's only every 18 years, guys, so use it as much as possible, because using it will be the bridge for the next 18-year cycle of your life. Okay, very important time. So I think some of you are, for the new year, planning to expand your mind by the looks of it. So I'm going just to do a general reading for the fortnight. There's so much going on, and it's all happening in Aquarius, and Aquarius and Gemini form a very, very healthy relationship. So all the air signs are about communication and expression. So that's what you've been pushed towards, to walk over a bridge to a new start. That's sort of what Aquarius is going to be pushing us all to do. Yeah, so to become our best version of ourselves. Very exciting cards, Gemini, actually. I don't know why, because I'm an Aquarius, so I love knowledge. And I love the air signs because I love their intelligence. I love their... I just appreciate you guys, by the way. Sorry, I'm very excited. So I would love to know what you're about to go and pursue. So the tarot is a version of the book of knowledge, but so is anything, isn't it, really? It's about what your heart resonates with, Gemini. And that's going to be different for every single one of you. But because you're watching my channel, there will be a tendency towards the depth, the study of the mysteries of life. So what you want is a magician card, yeah. Empowerment, manifestation, making things happen, this sense of being connected and able to manifest your vision and your direction in all areas of your life, Gemini, emotionally, mentally, physically and spiritual, because the magician holds the four elements. Now the gift is a tower. So when it's the gift, I mean, this is the card of Aquarius, yeah, and Aquarius breaks through the oppression of Saturn. So this is why I'm so incredibly excited about the year ahead, because there's going to be an awful lot of breakthroughs, Gemini, but I can't push you over that bridge. You've got to have a desire. The challenge is the Four of Pentacles. These two always work together. It's about holding on to the past, holding on to the security you have, or sort of setting yourself a little bit free. Nine of Wands in your relationships. Money and work, you got the Two of Swords. Wheel of Fortune at soul level, yeah. There's some very, very fortuitous and liberating energy coming for you. And it's funny because when I did your Lenormand cards, I felt very excited for you. So, and then the Six of Cups is the outcome. And then you get the Knight of Swords and the Fool card, yeah. Absolutely moving your life forward into a brand new direction, which is what the Fool is, because the Fool has never walked down this path before. And having you're the only sign so far that's had the Tower as the gift. Because I haven't done Libra yet. Because the natural harmony of all the air signs, I'm assuming the astrology is going to be incredibly breakthrough for you into brand new areas of life. I mean, what you want is a magician, so you want to be empowered. You know, you want to be setting forth and manifesting your vision for yourself. And what's helping you do that is the Tower. So this is going to be either a stroke of luck, or it's going to be one of those epiphany moments, those where you get the sudden insight, where you go, I know exactly what I want to do. Or, you know, you do not listen to all those fears in your head. The Four of Pentacles is a challenge. The Four of Pentacles can be holding on to the finances you have. I think a lot of us are in this energy. But the Four of Pentacles is about keeping yourself safe. There's nothing wrong with keeping yourself safe. Now, there's a difference between keeping yourself safe and keeping yourself stuck. There's such a difference here. And because the Four of Pentacles is the challenge, this is the classic example of trying to make some sort of, I mean, the Tower as the gift is a radical shift in your life. And the challenge is dropping those defenses and moving forward to the unknown. Now, because the Fool is the outcome, you are moving forward to the unknown, regardless of what your fears tell you, because fear can be a very healthy emotion, or it can be connected to a very, very small part of us. You know, that part that never feels intelligent enough. If I go and do this, people will laugh at me, I'll be rejected. We all have a self-sabotaging part, Gemini. And the challenge is not listening to it and going, well, I feel nervous, but I'm going to go ahead anyhow. And I'm going to break through. Now, Gemini, I want this for you more than anything in the world. You know, I worked with a few people recently who are having a nodal return. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just the doors are wide open for you to cross that bridge. And the only thing that's holding you back is a sense of safety. Yeah. And now I must sort of keep myself small because I have memory where I tried to reach out before to the world and I sort of had a rejection for it. Okay. That's the shadow side of Aquarius. So we're all going to be dealing with that as we move through the year. The Tower is probably the most powerful card in the deck, which means you're crossing that bridge, Gemini. I guarantee you, you're crossing that bridge. Now, you've got the Nine of Wands in your relationships. There's a little bit of defensive energy going on here. Quite self-protective. It's not a negative. It's a negative if you're protecting yourself from love and you don't want to anymore. Because this is a challenge of dropping your defenses and allowing vulnerability, intimacy, commitment. So there might be a little bit of an energy of laying down your defenses here. Why is the Nine of Wands showing up for Gemini here? Because the reason, I mean, it's always the same. There's always, every single person carries a karmic story, Gemini. That's how we do astrology, because we try and discover the karmic story. That makes us maybe a little bit, maybe it's about trust. For some people, I mean, air signs like to be free. So sometimes it can be that fear of being committed to someone. So for some reason you're keeping your defenses up. Now, isn't that interesting? Because you get the other Aquarius card. So the Star card is about lowering your defenses. See, she's naked. so opposite from these cards. So for some Geminis, if this isn't about some massive thing around your career, our work and our relationships are such important parts of our life. This is about trying to lower your protective mechanisms in your relationships, okay? Now, I would say that was a lifetime's work. Not for everyone. I mean, some people say to me, oh, they're totally open. I just think we all have a little bit of a defensiveness towards intimacy and being vulnerable and being known. And a lot of your energy is sort of pointing to try and lower those defenses, Gemini, okay? No judging yourself. We can never judge ourselves, because sometimes, again, you know, sometimes this is really, really the work of astrology rather than, I mean, the tarot is fantastic as well, but astrology can take us right back to the beginning with the imprints that we carry, and it's those imprints that we need to try and recover from to open totally up to intimacy. It's a really lifetime process, and it's a gentle process. But with the Tower as the gift and the Star card showing up, I would say there's going to be a desire or a little bit of a push towards allowing yourself to be seen and open a little bit more. Okay? Deep breath. Money and work, you get the Two of Swords. So some of you might be on a holiday. There's just doesn't seem to be that much going on here. The Two of Swords is a pause card. So maybe some of you are on a break. I mean, the 15th to 31st is not going to be a time where people are out trying to make something happen regarding work. You know, if we're doing anything towards our work, it's going to be about new ideas about what we want the next year to be. Yeah, so that's what it's going to be about. So it looks like around money and work things are calm, and I think the energy is more about your relationships and this Tower leading to the Fool, because the Fool is the 0 point. So it's about moving forward to a brand new chapter. And that is probably clarified with the Wheel of Fortune at a soul level. There's a huge turnaround of events. And even now, there's definitely a message about lowering your guard. We all defend our heart, Gemini. I don't know anyone's heart that's not been broken at least 1,000 times. So gentle, 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 please, with yourself. There's something else going on here between that Tower and that Wheel, and I think I've got such an exciting feeling about it. What is it? 8 of Wands. So this, for some of you, this is travel. For not, the 8 of Wands, because you want the Magician, this is about the energy of intention and really, really putting out those arrows for the future. You've got a whole other year of your nodal axis with Aquarius trining not only your Sun, but Aquarius trining your nodal axis and Jupiter and Saturn. And Saturn gives you the ability to work towards something. Saturn gets such a bad rap, guys. It's like ancient way of understanding astrology. Saturn is what gives us the energy to, I'm going to go and do this, say, a course of study, and I'm going to stick with it. That's what Saturn gives us, okay? Nothing would be achieved in this world without it. And all of these energies are going to be in trine with your Sun, with your North Node, which is going to be pushing you forward and forward. It is the year of Gemini and probably Aquarius and maybe a few other. I mean, we've all got it happening. It'd be really good if you found out where in your birth chart these aspects are happening. Okay, there's links to my website below, or go to astro.com and just do your birth chart on your own, and then you find out what house is this in. So it might be in the house of your creativity, it might be in the house of your career, it might be in the house of relationships. So there's this brand new start happening, and it's really useful to find out where it is, because that's where you've got to go. It's where you've got to push yourself towards, okay? Aquarius, and also look where your node is, okay? So where's this wheel turning? I mean, it's the 8 of Wands, so that's like intention. It's intention, it's desire to go for something. Putting those wands out, and then not listening to the small part of us that it's like we've got a capital self and a small self. Everyone has one, the saboteur and the creative person, and we have to stop feeding that self-saboteur. I swear most of our self-saboteurs would be happy if we stayed in a corner for the rest of our lives. And this energy is pushing you outwards towards your sense of destiny, Gemini. Because look, so you end on the 6 of Cups. So emotionally, things are getting better. Because the 6 of Cups is the card of connection. There's no defences on the 6 of Cups. These are people who they're just so open. They're so in the flow together that they don't even speak. They just resonate. That's what the 6 of Cups is about. It's a card of connection and soulmate energy. Because with a soulmate, we resonate at such a deep level that we don't always have to defend or explain ourselves. We just connect. And then it gets even more exciting, because there you go. I'm off to my new future. I am crossing that bridge. And I'm off to pursue a brand new era. So the era we're moving into is going to be the era of air. So we are moving into our time. We've been in the era of earth, and earth and air haven't really done much together. It's been quite heavy for air signs. I think it's been heavy for everyone, to tell you the truth. But air wants to be free. It wants to explore new potentials. It wants to be free to express and free to create. And this is you going forward to express this brand new era that's opening up for you. I think you have got the most exciting reading out of anyone. And I think when I piece together the astrology, then there's two big astrological, the nodal return, and something like when Jupiter hits your south node is another really, really life-changing event. And you can't miss it when it turns up for you. You've got to be ready and willing to walk forward to this brand new chapter. Honestly, Gemini, I really think it's the most lightest and positive reading I've done. Last month's reading were like, oh my gosh, you know, and everything's going to start lightening up. I'm not going to say the transitions ahead of us are going to be straightforward, by the way, but the age of Aquarius is the age of the individual, yeah, not in an egocentric way, but as you become true to your own self, you teach others around you to do exactly the same thing. So we follow our own heart, our own path, and then we meet our soul tribes. And then other people, oh, I want to do that too. And you inspire and you teach and you guide other people. Outstanding reading, guys. You're my first reading today, actually. Just exciting. I think if I had one wish in this world, I'd give this reading to everyone. I just would. I'd be like, come on everyone, it's time. We've stood on the sidelines for too long, and it's our time to get honest, to break defences down, to be honest, to go after what our soul's really after. I feel like clapping. Anyhow, Gemini, so much love, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.